Okay, fucking donkeys. Yeah, that's a good one. Welcome back to Road to Kim Jong-il. I'm going bald, right? To be honest, with my hair genetics, I most likely won't go bald, right? It's sad though. We all need DHT blockers. But either way, with my hair genetics, I most likely won't go bald. But if I do, if I don't go bald, I'll probably just wear a bald cap to make this series come true. What is this? I don't know. Maybe that can be something later. I just randomly add. The more I look at this, the more I just don't like it that much, of course. But because I'm just playing around and having fun, I'm also not thinking too much of that, right? We're just kind of just dicking around. Again, somebody commented and gave me some really good advice on part 6 of my Road to Kim Jong-il video. And they said if you want to draw like him, like put more detail on things that are more important and less on things that are less important, right? I think that's pretty good advice, right? I feel as if that's pretty helpful. So I'm going to try keeping that in mind as I go forward, because I added a lot of detail here, but again, I feel as if the grass here is a bit unnecessary, right? And I feel as if I didn't indicate form well enough for the grass. It's hard to tell what is grass and what is like these little action lines or whatever you could say. All right. But again, it's also important to think about composition almost, in the sense that you don't want things, you want to lead the eye in a specific way, right? At least I want to lead the eye in a specific way. I think that's a huge part of composition as well. I know the shadow doesn't make any sense, and I'm like trying to figure things out, right? Maybe, I don't know, maybe some plants and weeds are like coming out through here to show that it's a bit of a decrepit environment. I don't know. I'm clearly very inexperienced when it comes to this stuff, so be gentle with me. Anyways, like, subscribe, or fuck off, but preferably stay and don't fuck off, and find my sense of humor really funny and give me money on Patreon. I now have a Patreon. So there's no benefit for you at the moment, but I'm trying to figure out how I can do commissions. So what I draw will be recorded and sent to you, right? So it'll be my channel, and it'll be something that I'll laminate and send to you. But anyways, I'm fucking getting off track. I have an idea. I know exactly what I want to do with this piece now, right? I just need to execute it. So what I need to do is first figure out. And again, like, this guy's fucking eye is off perspective. I just took that in. It's very off perspective. You know, it doesn't really make much sense. And they're really close together. I showed my girlfriend this right before I started recording, and she thought this looked like a mustache of sorts, so I don't know how I can make it look like something else. What can you do? Maybe I can just connect these lines. There you go, something like that, right? So this is actually perhaps part of it. There you go. When in doubt, just black it out. Oh, that looks pretty. That's also a saying from your boy. I was gonna make a porn joke, but I guess that actually kind of works. Yeah, now it looks like he's definitely wearing something. I guess we should add a little, like, again, this is such a good exercise in keeping my lines nice and thin, because it's so difficult to do that. Like a strap is what I wanted to add, but you know, it's what it is. Also, I realized that this is inaccurate. This just looks kind of like a belly more than anything now, right? What the fuck was this? Oh yeah, this was supposed to be the pelvis that I added, which also didn't make much sense. Whatever, leave it. Let's start drawing the new thing, which is the thing I have planned here, right? So I need to think about this, because the horizon lines are roughly here. I need to think about this in terms of, okay, let's see. So it should probably be something like that. Well, if I can indicate right around here. Actually, no, or maybe I should do here. No, wait. I'm just trying to figure something out right now. Let's see. This is gonna be very difficult, and I know time is passing, and I feel the content creator pressure to perform. But god damn it, I'm getting blue balls, man. I'm getting, well, not really blue. It's more teal. But oh god, my back's hurting. Oh god. That's what happens when you ingest caffeine, or at least when I ingest caffeine, which I shouldn't. But I'm sure anybody who's been watching me for a certain amount of time knows my fucking bullshit that I always spew. Right. So okay, we could do something like this. Okay, what would it be like? Oh, okay, it would be something like this. Okay, now I have to really visualize this. Something like that. And then we can have, let's see, this can be much bigger now, of course. Visualizing this is obviously going to be a bit difficult, but still doable, I believe, right? Something like that. Right, so it's kind of, what I'm trying to do is that it's grabbing something and he's shooting at it. Basically, I guess spoilers, I'm trying to draw a guy shooting, pointing a gun at him. It's like a funny thing, like he's pointing it at that, he's pointing at somewhere there, and I know what I'm going to put there now. So this guy isn't an idiot, he's actually aiming at something, and then he's being bombed from the back like a fucking idiot. But I know this probably isn't right, but this is where we can make it right, as if wait, it's the other way, right? Maybe I can actually even get rid of the trigger part. We can add a button here instead. Right, add a lot of buttons. I want to try some foreshortening, of course. Right. Okay, so what do I want to do? Obviously, I want to make this guy a lot bigger. And then just something I'm trying to figure out, right? It's not obviously it's not turning out exactly how I expected, but that's where we have to actually wait. Maybe I could do something like this. A little bit of that Bryce Colander inspiration. Right. And something like that. So obviously I'm trying to visualize all of this at the same time, but it is really cool trying to fill in the gaps to something that could be something. Right? It could be something. Right? Because we got this right around here. And again, we have the liberty to draw stuff over this, right? Now the arm has clearly lost a semblance of good perspective. Or has it? Right? Or has it? Because we can still, if we keep that horizon line in mind, perhaps do something that would still make sense, right? And again, that commenter did say put more details where you want to and less details where you don't want to, right? So that's what I'm kind of trying to do right now. I say Bryce Colander inspiration because he draws a lot of these demon masks. I'm not doing it justice like he would be, but that's why we're practicing, right? It's gonna look relatively shit right now, but hopefully it looks better afterwards. Right? I'm trying to keep it kind of loose right now. But again, like this could very well just be shit, and who knows, right? Like this could very well just be something that just doesn't make much sense. I'm trying to keep the form in mind, but it could... It's my first time trying to draw a demon mask. It looks less demon-y and more retarded. So that's just me in my chair, don't mind me. Again, trying to keep the lines thin is also a struggle, right? So I kind of fucked this up because like this mouth is like that, but I wonder if I can just pretend like it isn't, right? Some contrast here. Something like that, maybe. Doesn't really make much sense, but who knows if it actually has to. But yeah, I'm trying to branch outside my comfort zone and also trying to visualize all of this at the same time, right? It's not going to be perfect. It's definitely not going to be perfect. But even, again, like you see how my lines, I'm having difficulty keeping them thin here, right? It's such a unique skill to hold your pen lightly, but also create extremely fine lines, right? Very, very difficult skill. Again, I like to say the word skill because it is a skill. If you're watching this and you think art is a talent, get the fuck off my channel. Get the fuck off my channel. After you like, subscribe, and watch the entire video, of course. But yeah, this is my little half-assed attempt, I guess, of a demon mask. We can even give it horns. I know it kind of looks awkward, but that's how we learn. Sure, whatever. Looks really bad, actually. It looks really bad. But it is an attempt, right? And we can add like much more form indications. that. Maybe even make these eyes themselves a lot angrier, right? Maybe even add a little brow ridge, anger. You know, I think they have like pretty strong cheekbones. That's actually what I'm missing, right? There you go. That already kind of looks more like it, to a degree, right? And then obviously to break up the monotony of it all, we just want to add some. You see, like even when something is shit, there are ways to make it less shit, right? Even though it still looks kind of flat in comparison, we can just add, I guess, shadows, depth, possibly, right? So again, if I turn this into a shadow, I can break it up further. And yeah, that thank you, random commenter who mentioned to add details on things that I find important. If this is even more in the foreground, I think it makes sense to have this stuff be more detailed, right? But again, I guess there's a distinction to be made between important and foreground. Because everything in the foreground isn't really important, right? There you go. See, that was a fuck up. Those lines are all fuck ups and completely takes away from the contour. But it's okay. It's something, right? Something like this, I guess. And I guess there would be a shadow here, right? Some of the lines are messy. I think the biggest thing is this line here is causing a bit of a mess. Because again, I didn't make it even. So if we... And this could very well be a mistake, right? Trying to fix this. Probably a mistake. Doesn't look that good anymore. Well, it's not as if it ever looked good. So clearly that's something I had to think about. But we can just leave this for now, right? Right. We can just leave that for now and actually focus on what this is attached to, which is... Okay, how do I want to think about this? Because... Yeah, so this it is closer, right? This fucker's something like that. And maybe this arm is also attached here. Okay, so let's have a little bit of... Well, let's have his face first, actually. Let's have this guy's face first. Actually, let me rest my brain, I guess, more than anything. Right? I've been going at this for 20 minutes already, damn. So I guess this session is gonna me just be drawing this guy, probably, but let me rest my brain. So I don't know what I want to make this guy look like, per se, but we can have him look at him, so if that's the helmet, we could do something like... Right? So that could be the head, and then we could have something like... Something like that, right? Maybe it doesn't make too much sense with... This could be actually the head of his enemy, who knows? Or maybe it's just a mask. Let's leave it open to interpretation, right? Something like that. And could try drawing. Okay, so what I was trying to do here is something like this. then what, can I even have like a brow ridge here, I guess? Yeah, like that. Like that, maybe. Right. Less of a brow ridge, and I guess more of it just like a random attachment now. But whatever. Okay, so what could that look like? This guy clearly is going to be have a gigantic head for some reason, because I think obviously I fucked up the size of this. So let's figure out what we're going to do here. That's where, if I think about the mannequin, that's where I can have, I guess, something like this. Right? Something like that. And then we can... Right. I don't know what I want this to be anymore. But obviously I made the glasses dark here, so we could do that here again. I don't know what reflections look like, but I know there's always like this little bit of light that's added, right? Something like that. So he's looking at him, he's holding a... Hopefully he's holding a gun. I already kind of fucked up where his head and arm is supposed to be, but maybe it can be something like that, right? This is like a 3. Who knows? This is actually a bit awkward, but I had the perspective and then I didn't, right? Something like that. Here. Do I know what this is? Not really, no. And what I'm doing with it, no, I don't know that either. Maybe I can make this dark. Right, like, what am I thinking of while I'm doing this? Well, I'm trying to think about the horizon line. I'm trying to keep consistently visualizing this thing. Right? I'm trying to make my lines clean. I'm trying to think about the form as much as possible. There will be mistakes like right here, like what the fuck was that? Who knows? Right, I'm trying to think about adding maybe interesting cutouts or something like that. Right. So there's consistency, like so. I'm trying to make it so this thing that I fucked up the head and the body is something that makes sense, hopefully. Right, this guy had earmuffs, so we can give him earmuffs as well. But again, like, I've already made the head this size, so how do we integrate that? Right? But what we can do is just have him a bit hunched and have this go down even further over here, right? So I think I can literally still make this the torso, like so. And what, I don't know what the back of his head's gonna look like, so let's just say he has some braids. I don't know, bro. And obviously I would have liked to make them more form related, but I guess for the time being, I don't fucking know. Trying to figure it out, you know? Let's just make, maybe he's just like an alien. This is like my go-to, right? When I misconnect things, I just start adding a bunch of fucking wires and shit, not knowing how to handle it. This is literally my thing, I guess, at this point. When in doubt, add cables and wires. There, now it's a mechanical thing. Ooh, oh my god, he's a genius! Oh, I'm gonna know it! Right? But they're also really good ways to practice form, I guess, more than anything. And line work, of course, always line work. See, that was shit. You see that fucking spazzy ass line, bro? Garbaggio! Oh, so garbaggio. You can even make him like a robot like this. It's attached to his shoulder girdle. His shoulder girdle just has a giant nut. Right? Does it make sense? Maybe. Who knows? Again, we could just darken this entire thing. So it adds more. And I use this word without meaning anything, or without knowing any of what it means. Contrast, yes, and contrast. Right? Now we have so much contrast. I'm contrasting all over the place. Oh my god. Does it make sense? Who fucking knows? But it's enough random shit to confuse me, so it must be confusing you. Right? So I know like it's kind of coming around there. This guy is a bit bigger. He's a bit of a chunky boy. I'm gonna make him turn his body this way, so that way we can get that around here as well. Right? Something like that. That's the twist. That's the twisting box that we all look for, right? But the line work was horrible. Holy shit. Let's just add like a random thing here. There you go. So it follows along. Oh, I forgot to add the elbow pad, so I guess I'll do that here now. Right. So obviously I want him to be holding this gun. And I want this arm to come, so it's twisting this way, although I did not signify that twist here, so might as well just pretend like it is now, right? He's bringing this arm over. Let's see, shoulder girdle there, arm coming out like this. Right. And now, before anything, we need the bazooka. We need the bazooka. Or whatever, I guess, my rendition of a bazooka will be. And this is where I guess I need to think of more creative ways to have shapes, right? This is just from my little gun reference practice, by the way. Right? Like, I'm not thinking too much right now, because again, we're just trying to have fun, play around, let intuition guide us to a degree, of course. Right? So this is kind of just what I'm practicing. But lines could always be cleaner. That's something I'm missing. Right? Because I'm trying to keep my hands loose, but it's obviously causing scritching here and there. But yeah, and then I guess for this guy we need, like, what's his stance? I want him to have like a power stance. He's obviously closer to the camera. But again, I'm trying to, I guess, get a bit more of a wide angle perspective. Right, so we'll see. We'll see what I'm doing. I don't know. But, I mean, it is very messy right now, of course. Let's actually close this off. There you go. So now it's like actually a thing connected to his face. I know it's a bit difficult to understand. I mean, trust me, I'm trying to find that balance as well. Of actually making things a bit readable. Right? And I don't know what I'm doing. That's also another thing. No idea what the fuck I'm doing. But okay, he's got one hand here, one hand here. He's holding on to some sort of what the fuck, the button, right? Now this is where I guess we can have some creative liberty, because we can hopefully create, I guess, an interesting little shape that defines maybe some sort of aiming apparatus, right? Who knows? But the main thing is obviously quote unquote design, right? I just want it to look like, oh, okay, something's happening. Something interesting is happening. I can even connect it here. So we could have something that's coming out and connecting to this. Again, the lines could always use work. And then it's, I don't know. Right? Not too much logic, but maybe something. Some sort of connection thing over here. Right? Maybe some little cutout thing here. Obviously you want to finish that off. This finishes off as well. And of course we want to have something to there we go. That's gonna like connected this little random shape I made beforehand, right? And lo and behold, we're just trying to add guns and shit. You know, doesn't make sense. Who fucking knows? Do I give a shit? Well, I definitely give a shit about this looking good. But you know what? You know what we do when we care about it looking good? What do we say? It's time to gaslight ourselves into not caring about it looking good. And that's why you just keep saying the words, we're playing, we're playing, we're playing. Because once you start keep telling yourself that, oh, I'm just playing. I don't care if it looks bad. You'll just believe it, right? Hashtag Naruto. Date bayo, so yeah, could even have something like, you know, just add random shit, right? Practice your, or at least my clean line work, hopefully. And again, trying to keep the perspective in mind. It's actually pretty cool. I was able to visualize something like this, even though I thought of something completely different at first. But it's about also, I'm assuming drawing from imagination is also just about kind of figuring it out as you go, right? This is already looking kind of cool in my opinion. And I'm gonna add more dreads. I mean, if this guy's gonna be a dread heavy character, then might as well just really go off on it, right? Cool. I mean, this could all just be his hair, I guess, right? Or maybe it's not dreads, or maybe it's camouflage. Who fucking knows? Right? Who knows? I still think this looks a bit muddy, so I'm gonna close it off. Actually, let's close it off. There you go. There you go. That looks a bit cleaner now. It's about finding that balance between having lines, what's the word I'm looking for? Hint at form versus actually just outright state it as form, you know? But what do I know? I don't know. I clearly don't know. And then something like that, I guess, which in turn be like a bullet slot, right? Who knows? Doesn't really need to make too much sense. Like here, I'm not hinting at form, I'm outright stating that this is connected, right? And we could even have like a little piping or like a cylinder system. It's like, okay, it's definitely connected now. Lines will obviously make or break that sort of concept, but I'm trying my best, right? And again, like this arm doesn't really make sense. Let's see, it's coming in this way. No, I should have had it come in like that, right? So maybe this makes a bit more sense now if I do that. And then obviously for continuity's sake, if I just do something like this, it should look like it's part of the same thing, see? And then we can just do something like this, right? To be like, okay, cool, this is just part of the costume. Am I making all this shit up as I go? Of course. Am I even explaining what I'm doing properly? No, absolutely not. But it's what I do best. Bullshit extravagantly. But let me rest my brain. Anyways. And that's why I'm really going to focus on mannequins. Obviously, like go off on them when I get to that point in my practice again, because it's going to help so much with having things interact. And it's true, like you test yourself by drawing things that are interacting with other things, right? I've tried to do that, and obviously, you know, I'm succeeding or I'm failing. Again, I'm trying to keep the perspective in mind. I'm kind of trying to keep the horizon line in mind. I'm trying to keep, like, again, if I am creating a very skewed perspective of sorts, I need to be aware of that, right? So if this is going forward, then we can just make this subtly go backwards, like so, you know. And again, maybe just like some form indication here. And then we can have the pelvis, which is reaching around like so. Kind of looks like a diaper, but whatever. In fact, it actually should have come all the way around like so. So that's a fuck up on my end, right? But again, when in doubt, just add more intersections, like form wrapping. With of course the worst line work that you've ever seen. You know, that's kind of a given. But then, what can I do? How do I make these guys look like they're on the same plane? This guy's closer, technically. This guy is closer to us, right? Yeah, he is. He is objectively closer, so we don't need to see his feet. Because his feet, actually, would be like somewhere down here. Yeah, so actually, amazing. I'm figuring out perspective. Watch somebody be like, you're wrong! You're a fucking idiot! You're wrong! But, I mean, if you think I'm wrong, why don't you subscribe, like, and give me money? The monetary assistance you provide will definitely prove that I'm wrong. Right? But yeah, 100% just kind of dicking around and figuring things out is the way to go. It seems... What the fuck was this line supposed to be? Oh. There you go, something like that. But yeah, I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but this is extremely fun. So give it a shot, right? Now, this is too white here. I know those words have never been spoken in any society, but I'll be the first. I'll be the first brave individual to say, this is too damn white. We need to add some colors. We need to add the colored, specifically. right? So some contrast, right? Even just doing something like this can hopefully increase contrast. What is contrast? No fucking idea, but am I trying to achieve it? Yes, with zero knowledge. Yes, I am. Would you look at that contrast? Ooh, I'm contrasting so hard. Contrast. Fuck, how much time has it been? It's already been 40 minutes? I'm not even done this piece of shit yet. I mean, I guess that's the episode. Woohoo! Yeah, I'm gonna contrast so fucking hard. Okay. Actually, and then we can do. There you go. And we can. Oh, maybe, okay, so clearly I'm not aiming at him because this guy's retarded. But he is aiming at the thing that he's shooting. Because this person wants to save what this guy is shooting at. And you'll find out why in probably like fucking 2 hours, 3 hours from now. But what's a cool design? Because I obviously want to. Well, I should foreshorten this actually. Yeah, this isn't being foreshortened, which is not good. So we can just fake foreshorten it. Look at that. Fake foreshortening for the win. Look at that, just like that. It looks like it's on the same plane again, hopefully. Whee! Okay, I guess I'll leave it at that. No, let's do this actually. Yeah, there you go. Fake foreshortening. Does it work? Who knows? Who knows? Right, and again, beginner problem, wanting to show the entire thing, right? Side profile, very beginner problem. I didn't want to do that, but the thing is, I'll be honest, like I literally lost sight of foreshortening as time went on because I was just trying to like figure things out, right? This obviously has to follow all the perspectives, something like that. We can make this black. There you go. Something like that. Right. Don't know if there's enough contrast yet, but oh yeah, this is the thing I was trying to add. Actually, I think I have an interesting idea with this. Do something like to actually make the foreshortening seem more legit. You could do something like this. There you go. See? Okay. Look at that. Right, and I don't know what this is, but let's just say it's like a robotic thing that this fucking guy needs because he's dying or something. Right? Who knows? But look at that, just like that. And I'll have another one. Maybe it'll be attached to like his head or some shit. But just like that, we have solved this fake foreshortening issue, and hopefully it's more of a real foreshortening issue. So I see lines are going to get really thin around here. I say as I make it equally as thick. And then we're gonna... It's not going to be super thick here, obviously. But, okay, this is a good practice for line quality as well. Let's see how well I do. I want it to be... Yeah, maybe it's like ingrained in his fucking head. Right. There you go. See? And actually, that's actually a really cool composition. So obviously, subconsciously, I guess I understand. Generally, there might be things that flow better than other things that don't flow as well. Right? So that's cool. And again, I guess right now my sort of way of imagining things is purely a sort of, what is it, fuck around and find out, right? Which might just be how all these people do it. You know, it may be just sort of you build relatively decent fundamentals and then you just kind of try to figure things out as you go, and you try to remember things from your life. You try to uh yeah, like you try to consistently visualize, right? I see Peter Hahn does this a lot. No, what the fuck are like T lines, right? It's like this, something like that. See, that's obviously something I'm trying to figure out, but this adds some interesting variety while still keeping it, I guess, like that white space, right? While still keeping that white space. And I know it's still a bit muddled here, but actually maybe if I do something like this, right? There you go. Now you can kind of more see it's part of his face, maybe. Right, this is his arm. We can perhaps block that out in shadow. Maybe. No, now it just looks like it's fucking something coming out of this damn thing. That fucking theme is still stuck in my head. But hold up. It only looks wrong if the rest of the arms aren't black. So this could literally just be the uniform. Right? How's that for contrast, I guess? What the fuck is this thing? Oh, that's the shoulder pad thing. I was like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, let me do that. Kind of a cop-out, obviously, in terms of, like, I did want to add shit onto this, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. Honestly, doing this has made me realize I'm much more creative than I thought I was. So, if there's any reason that you're avoiding drawing from imagination, which I was for literally months on end, let my first attempt teach you, like my part one, you know, we all see my part one, now we see this, right, which is, already it's a little bit better, even though I'm consistently forgetting the perspective. I'm kind of just having fun. I'm only like thinking about the perspective when it's necessary. I guess that's why like outside of this practice, I drill so much, right? I drill so much mentally on the perspective and all that shit. But now the skill I'm building is the fun skill, right? See, now that already kind of looks like, okay, like you can see it's this guy's arm, I guess, right? So that's cool. And we just need this to end properly. So what does this gun end like? Oh, I also want to add things here, of course. Yeah, something like that, right? Something just... There you go. Looks kind of legitimate, I guess. Let me just block this out. Right? Just kind of figure things out as you go, right? Something like that. We could even kind of just do it like this, I guess. This will be black, but we'll keep the tip white. This one wasn't as good because I forgot the perspective, which happens. But again, thinking about thin, consistent lines, which my hand is relaxed. Right? Is it going to happen all the time? No, of course not. But you just keep trying and succeeding and failing and succeeding. It's really sad that one of my best fucking thumbnails didn't get the goddamn attention it deserves. In order to succeed, you must first succeed. Genius! Fucking genius. I died at that one. I thought I was so good. But I got like 50 views. You fucking cunts. Give my goddamn good thumbnails some respect, will you? Some respect. Ugh. It's okay, Viggy. One day they'll be groveling at your feet, asking you how you got so good, and you'll just say, just a few. Completely fucked up the completely butchered the. God damn it! I butchered the delivery. I was gonna make some stupid joke about it. I just do a few push-ups every day, because I get that when I work out. Some people are like, "Yo, how'd you get so jacked?" And you know, normies hate it when you're when no, normies want it to be easy, but they hate it when it's difficult, or like, but they also hate it when people don't give them the proper answer. So what I do is I just say I do a couple push-ups every few weeks. I make it like the most retarded fucking answer. Like, there's no way you got that physique just doing a couple push-ups every week. But I say, yeah, bro, like it's pretty good. You should try it, no? And they stop asking me questions, and then I'm just in the corner being like, hey, got him, I got him so badly. Right, so I don't know what that is. I just did some random shit there. Even this, I don't know what the fuck this is, but whatever. How much time do I have left? This is so fun. 51 minutes? This is so fucking fun. But let's see. Okay, so that's my pelvis here. I guess just do something like this. And then on the other side as well. And then we'll just I'll obviously add a bunch of shit onwards. Okay, like right, it's like right around there. And then what about this guy? That's up there roughly, so okay, yeah, so I guess that's fine. And then I could, there you go, something like that. The other part of the foot, and then it continues onward. Not perfect, but it's not your art, so you don't get a choice in it. What should I do for the feet? I gave this guy like random pocket thingies. I want to do something different here, of course. Well, first I guess I should... How do you connect this? I guess I can just do something literally like this. There you go. It's just like, I guess, a very simple connection of sorts. Sure, whatever. It doesn't make sense, but whatever. What can I give him here? What can we decorate this with? What do cunts like to put on their apparatus? Let me add some shadow here while I'm at it. Yeah, this doesn't really make sense, but it's what it is, right? I'm just trying to learn, trying to practice as I go. Maybe I can figure out what I want to put here afterwards. What the fuck do... I guess another pocket. Literally all I can think about is another pocket right now, so... Right. And then, I don't know, some little cutouts here. Whatever. Right. Same with that leg. We'll see like a little bit of that pocket. Right, and a little bit of this cutout. Whatever. Okay, the gun. The gun. Well, let me rest my brain. And then I'll try doing something with the gun that hopefully makes sense. But yeah, I need to move past this beginner problem of trying to show the entire gun, right? It needs to be foreshortened is the main thing. But anyways, let me rest my brain. Yeah, so that's the lesson, right? Spam fundamentals for 2.5 years, make a YouTube channel, say a bunch of outlandish shit, and then start a Road to Kim Jong Il video series, which will have people interested because you're fucking riding on the coattails of his legacy. It's genius, absolute genius. And then just hide behind the fact that you're just memeing. I'm a god. Oh, and then obviously actually draw. Okay, whatever. This I'm gonna leave. Let's just add a little bit more form indication. I love how I'm like, I'm gonna leave it, and then I'm like, I'm gonna do this instead. Oh, that literally made it go to shit. So when in doubt, just blend it all together. Just blend it all together. Wow, it was so much better before. This is why, guys. This is why you don't just fucking noodle when you draw. You have a plan, right? And this is also why it's a good idea to have good line work. But hey, just doing my best. I'm just doing my best. Okay, let's think. I guess I'll have some like really long grass where this guy is. Wait, I wonder if you can. Yeah, you can see that. Okay, so like maybe again because he is much closer, right? Maybe I can something like that, and then obviously the tiny grass can. I'm still trying to figure out grass and its place and how to make a composition look interesting. I feel as if what I'm doing is incorrect. Incorrect? Why do I talk like that? Yeah, I feel as if what I'm doing is definitely incorrect. Because now, like, there's just shit here that's taking away from it, you know? But maybe it's because I'm not adding at the bottom. Or maybe I just need to do something like this. And just like kind of shade around it. But that still takes away from it. Right, that definitely takes away from it. That looks there's no more breathing room here. You know, it's starting to blend together, so that's an issue. I'm glad I'm learning this now. Let me just outline him so at least he stands out a bit better. Right, I've already ruined it technically, right? I've already fucked this up. This looks bad now. You know, there's no breathing room anymore. But I can do my best to at least outline this guy so he looks there's like more stuff happening around him, I guess. Yeah, I just don't know what to do in all this empty space. Because that's my biggest thing, is I don't know what to do. I don't know what to add in between. But the thing is, Kim Jong-il actually leaves a lot of room. Like, he leaves a lot of breathing room between the spaces. So, honestly, it was probably best not to even have done that at all. But it's the same thing with this shadow, right? It's fucking stupid, bad mistake, but you can either take it as like, oh, it's over, or you can take it as, oh, it's not over. See, there's a difference between those two O's. But okay, so how does a gun end? Well, I know for sure that a gun has something like this. Right? You can do something like that. And of course, it's gonna go all the way. Because it's getting bigger here, right? Another little fake foreshortening tip. Now it looks foreshortened properly, right? Because we're just shrinking it. Before we weren't shrinking it, but now look at that. Look at that. Now it's a bit more foreshortened. And then we can just have, well, I don't know, maybe something that, yeah. There you go. We can just end it like that. We don't need to do any more. And this is what that guy meant by putting details in less places. So I'm just going to put very small detail here. You see? Enough for it there to be something, but not so that it takes away from it. And obviously this ended up being a mistake, so I can literally just do this. Right? I can just do that. Does it make sense? No, it doesn't have to. Leave the end. The end was a mistake. This was all obviously a mistake. And I guess we'll just make this even bigger to really try to sell the foreshortening. Right? Even though it doesn't really make much sense anymore. It doesn't make much sense anymore. Right? So there you go. I really wish I didn't add this little grass shit, but I have, and it's unfortunate, right? But what we can do maybe is just like some shrubbery, right? This way it's hopefully still keeps the perspective, but now we need to just prioritize the white space, of course. See, we're back to culturally appropriate conversations. We need to prioritize the white. So, and even more culturally appropriate, we need to cover it in black, like so. Oh, well, I guess that was appropriate because it was a tiny ass line. But yeah, again, grass is something I'm gonna have to study. Textures is something I'm gonna have to study. Right now, I just know like the super basic shit I'm doing right here. Right. But that's how you get it diddly done. That's pretty cool though. I think overall this is not that bad. Right, okay, I could have done something else here actually. This is kind of like connecting and it's supposed to be a bullet, but maybe if I just do this. There you go. That adds more contrast. What else? This thing, we could have something like... There you go, literally like... Why do I keep saying like? Literally following the perspective. Look at that, just like that. It's starting to feel a lot more three-dimensional and gives the mind something to fill in. And it's nuanced in terms of the design. Right? All these words I'm saying, they don't make any sense. But hey, it seems to add up. It seems to fucking add up. So there you go. We can even have some form indications here. This is a nice way to practice my line work. Right? Or I guess just butcher my line work. Oh, fuck me. Jesus Christ. Oh, God, just stop. You know, obviously I fucked up the perspective here. Like, these are going incorrectly. It's going upwards. And this shouldn't have been how it was, actually. But then I had to increase it. There you go. So, it's what it is. Lots of perspective issues. Lots of issues in general. But... I don't know. I'm just very happy and grateful that I was even able to do that. Right? We can even... Oh, actually, I know how to make this guy stand out more. Just follow the same principle I've been using for the arms. And bring it to the legs. At the end of the day, this is kind of part of what values is, right? And I know my like inking with the brush pen is obviously not that great because, you know, you see a lot of gaps and shit. But this is what inking is, right? This is literally what inking is. So keep it like so. You can just make that dark, maybe. Right? So now we see more of this leg. But I wonder if I can just do this. Right. If I just sort of outline it. There you go. Kind of messes with things, but at least now we see the entire person, and he's not being held back by my shitty grass over here. And I guess to add some grass variety, I can do something like this. Right? Is this video gonna go over an hour? Absolutely. Do I care? No, not really. And again, this is an opportunity to practice, I guess, fine lines, while also keeping my hand as steady as I can make it. Again, these lines need to be smaller than these lines because that's how we build scale, right? And they don't have to be everywhere. They can be in pockets. That's another thing I'm trying to keep in mind, is it doesn't have to be everywhere. See? Just by having a little bit of diversity. I know we all hate that word, right? DEI. I say no to DEI. Dead, excrement, what the fuck? I can't think of an I word. It's not gonna make sense either way. Dead, excrement, incontinence. Holy shit! Your shit cannot conceive. It's horrible. I think that's what incontinent means, right? Or maybe it means you're inside a continent. Shower thoughts. Fucking Down syndrome thoughts. Jesus Christ. Okay. So these can be bigger because they're closer to the foreground. Does what I'm doing make sense? Possibly not. Probably not. But it's just a way to, I guess, add some visual parity. Yes, parity. Quite parity, yes. There you go. This could be a bit darker. That's what the sun will be saying to me when it looks at me this summer. Oh, this could be quite darker. Yeah, quite. I do get a really nice tan during the summer, though. It's nice. I become crisp black. It gives me the rights of my forefathers and the forefathers before them to bask in the glory of vitamin D in more ways than one. Have it like follow this, right? This is where I'm gonna keep all my detail. Like this right here, this is where you're gonna see the detail. Everything beyond, it's going to be like, again, as that commentator really so graciously told me, add less important details. So this is why I'm allowing myself to do a little bit of this. But this is okay. I think this is okay. It's breathable. It's white space, as well as at least an attempt to make parts of what I want to stand out, right? So it's not bad, and I'm quite content. Let me just do a little bit of that. There you go. Right, so he's staring really at us, kind of like this way. He's a bit retarded because one eye is smaller and slanted, but he's staring this way. This fucker's looking this way, but shooting that thing. Right? He could be looking at him, and he could be looking at him. You can't really tell. It's just the way they're facing, right? But he's also getting bombed from the back, which is hard to tell, let's be honest, because of these lines. Annoying. And he's also shooting something there. I guess this is how we all begin, right? We just start thinking of random things that are happening and kind of going together. But should I end it there? Oh well, actually, what the fuck? This is like the inside of his arm, right? I guess I'll just add a little bit something like that. And maybe, I don't know, what is at the inside of this arm? That's a real question. I don't know. Let's just make a dark cylinder for shits. There you go. That's the inside of his arm. Doesn't really need to make sense, I guess. But, oh well, if I'm gonna make it like that, why don't I just do an outline like I did with the arm, right? Kind of follow suit that way. Same thing here, right? Although that's much harder to tell. What else? What else? What else? We could do some form indications here. Again, what like that commenter said, right? Add more details to the more important things. Is this really that important? No, but is it closer to us? Yeah. So we'll probably, again, like in terms of the camera in our mind, probably see more of what's happening here than and less of what's happening here in terms of visual parity. I think I already used that bit. Parity, but this looks good. I think this definitely looks good. I think, in fact, just maybe make it a bit darker, much like the sun will do to me this year, like I mentioned earlier. Same joke twice. But God, it's a good thing I have that fucking background music going. Is this otherwise? Say goodbye. Goodbye to all the people that hated on me. Goodbye to everybody. D4NNY. If you're a Creatures fan, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, see, that's pretty cool. I think this could also serve to have some line weight. It's actually amazing that I'm able to visualize a lot of this now. Not everything, but just while I'm doing it, I'm able to visualize decently. Right. So that's pretty cool. I feel as if maybe this is a bit lost in translation, but like this thing here, like this thing that's attached on the side. But again, a lot of this is probably because my lines just aren't that good. Are they good? Aren't that good, right? So we'll leave it at that. I do have something planned that's gonna create the scale for this, hopefully much better. But I think I've already started incorporating some scale, right? Like this guy's closer. Oh, we can just make this a girl because her hair is long and breaded? Not breaded, holy shit. Braided. It's fucking breaded hair. Wait, her hair is long and breaded anyway. Breaded, right? Yeah. It's long and breaded anyways. So this girl is shooting at that guy, and I want something to set the scale here, and I want to try something else here as well. So like I want things to be like this, and hopefully there will be empty space. Just we can make it breathe and use scale a lot better, right? But what I'm about to draw here is the first time I'll have drawn this from imagination ever. Maybe the second time. Actually, no, second time, roughly. Or, yeah, the first time. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Whatever. It's the first time I'm drawing this thing from imaginations, purely from just osmosis by hopefully what I remember of what it's supposed to look like. And then some things here I have drawn a couple times from imagination, like once or twice, the thing I have planned here. But hopefully, again, it sets the scale, right? So, yeah. Okay, let's see how it goes. But it's been an hour and 13. Nice. All right, so anyways, like, subscribe. Holy shit, that must have hurt your ears. That was a loud clap. Anyways, like, subscribe, and comment. Do all three for a free butt plug, right? I've already done this joke. Shipping and receiving based on the size of the anus. Ha ha ha. Right, so I'll come up with better material randomly at 5 a.m. and then I write it down. I'll go back to sleep. But yes, like, subscribe, or fuck off, but don't fuck off. I love you. Please stay forever. Kuma all over my channel. And with that being said, as always, fuck you for watching. Keep drawing, and please give me money. Thank you.